saw it yesterday.
Hello! Welcome to Seen It All. Man. Welcome, guys. This week, we are doing this famous movie from the 70s. It is called Chinatown. Now, there's a lot to take in this movie,
Yep.
but let's start. So, the movie is about a private eye who gets hired but to investigate her, by a person. Her name is Evelyn Mulray. To investigate her husband's activities. She believes he's, cheating. So when he's investigating, he finds out that, you know, he was hired by an imposter. There was a lot of death, corruption, deceit, sinister family secrets, and
That adds
even
up.
her father was a suspect in the case. And
Bad boy.
all this is actually based on somewhat of a true story, which
Really?
is the what Juan was telling me before was that Mulholland Drive and Mulholland is based on the water, how to getting water to the valley from LA to the valley, and one of the characters is based on Mr. Mulholland. Mr. Mulholland Drive, as we have a movie that too,
Movie.
but yeah, but yeah, so it's the nerdy guy who gets
View.
murdered. That's the character that's supposed to be Mulholland in this movie. But yeah, so fun facts in this movie. First of all, if you don't know, the director, he's very controversial. So if you guys don't know about him, he's not welcome in the US at all because he was I don't know, was he found guilty of, or I have to double check, but yeah, he can't come here
There's
because he had sex.
a warrant for his there's
They're not my dogs. Not yet.
Yes,
Not yet.
yeah, there's a
give
warrant
me a
for his
second, hold on.
arrest. Okay, but yeah, there's a warrant for his arrest, and because of, yeah, for child rape. And then he was also famous for the what's his name? His wife got murdered. I don't know if you guys saw the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Quentin Tarantino. That's based on him too. About what's his name? That Mason, who has the Nazi and he kills his wife. So he comes home, she's pregnant, and finds his wife dead. So very controversial. Very a lot of things, happen in this man's life. Uh, so the movie, there's a lot. So the
Wait,
movie,
I was gonna mention, sorry,
yeah,
he is, he has a warrant for there's a warrant for his arrest. That's why he doesn't come to the United States, or else he's gonna get, what's it called,
gonna go to jail, man, because he ran
detained,
away. Yeah,
arrested, yeah, for, um, having inappropriate physical actions against a minor.
yes. There you go. Hey Juan,
Gotta
can
be
you do me
careful
a
what you say now.
favor? Can you move towards the center of your camera? You're on the side. Thank you. Thank you. The people need to see the beautiful face. Okay. So Roman, the director, in case you don't know how he looks, he's the guy that cuts Jack Nicholson's nose. He's that thug. He's the director. So that's why I was like, I know him. Uh, the
Well,
cutting of the nose scene, uh, it
yeah,
was really complex to shoot and to make,
sure.
and
Sure.
so they hated explaining it to people. So they both just saying that the director cut him. Reality, the director cut him, but they just got tired explaining all the
I would too.
small details of how it's been done and all that. So this movie was supposed to have a trilogy. This is the first one of the trilogy. I don't know if any of you guys saw the sequel. It's called The Two Jakes. It bombed, so they never did the third one. But Now I'm intrigued. I want to see the two Jakes. I want to see what.
Actually, I didn't know that. That's actually good.
Yeah, right. So maybe next movie, the two Jakes.
Yeah, if you
The
guys want to,
writer,
yeah, I mean that's cool.
no. The writer was good friends with Jack Nicholson, so that's why he wrote this movie for him, and that's how the writer got the job. So,
That's who you know. That's who you know.
yeah, who you know. That's true. The scene where Jack Nicholson hits Faye Dunaway, right? Is that her name? Yeah. That was actually real. He actually, she told him to hit him, hit her, and he did, and it surprised her and surprised him. So all the reactions are real. So now it makes me want to go watch that scene, because I missed it. I was like, oh, dang, it was a real hit. Give me my lunch. Plow. To
Just to
me,
let
this.
you know, the two Jakes came out in 1990, so
Oh,
15 years later.
Wow.
Damn. People forgot about that movie. Yeah, you're going from 15? I thought this movie was 70s. So, damn.
No, the two Jakes was
Wasn't it?
1990. Yeah,
The sequel.
the sequel.
Yeah. And then,
So yeah,
if you guys didn't notice, the movie was done in the perspective of Jack. So when he gets beat up and he gets blocked out, he blacks out, you also black out. When he gets a phone call, you're learning everything as he learns it. We never go to a different character. You never get to see what's going on. It's always his perspective and where he's at and who's talking to him. So just realizing that, I was like, hey, I like that. The interesting concept of doing it. I don't know if I haven't watched enough movies recently to see if anybody else is doing that, but I
I
think
didn't
that's
notice
pretty
that.
cool. Yeah. This movie was nominated for 11 Academy Awards. It
Oh,
won one.
wow.
Yeah, one. And it was for Best Original Screenplay. All the other Oscars were won by The Godfather Part II. You can't beat Godfather, man. That movie's crazy.
Yeah.
For me, two cameos that I thought was funny. I don't know why it's funny, but I thought it was, is Burt Young, which is what's it called? Sylvester Stallone's, is it or Adrian's brother, or yeah, you know, he's in there. I've never seen him in anything else, so it was nice to see him. And then James, was it James Hung? Yeah, yeah,
James
yeah,
Hong. Yes.
yeah. It was nice to see him. Like, I know he was just a butler, but it was really nice to
Oh,
see
that was
him.
him?
Yeah, yeah. So it was really, I was shocked. I was like, whoa, he's in this movie.
Yeah,
So it
I
was
mean, he started making movies since the 1950s.
really, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then this one line, the last line of the movie is iconic. Is in the, like, I think AFI best quotes out there, and this quote is in there. So if you guys have it, don't use it. It is, "Forget it, Jack," or Jake. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. And then, in case you guys don't know, I hate these type of movies. I really do. But Chinatown is a metaphor. The title, it's a
Yes.
metaphor.
Yes.
And I feel about movies and metaphors. Like, I hate them.
Okay, now I know.
But it's a
Makes sense.
metaphor for when you do the right thing, the bad thing, you get bad results. Or the bad results also will
I was wondering what we were seeing Chinatown.
be good. The bad results win. So that's why, like, throughout the whole movie, all the good deeds, all the good things, none of them turn out good. It's all
I feel
bad
like an
results,
idiot.
So
I feel like an idiot.
yeah, so yeah, metaphor, man, metaphor. In the
I
original
gotta watch.
original screenplay, they weren't even going to show Chinatown, but the director rewrote it and added Chinatown. So
Good. I was going
I
crazy
didn't read it.
myself. Like, if I didn't see it, I did.
Hey, that Chinatown looks nice.
I know. It's
So
like, wow.
The way I read that the director didn't have an ending yet
Yeah.
uh, written down or in mind. So as they were shooting, he decided to actually add Chinatown, kind of
Yeah,
like tie it all together. So it's not
Mm.
just,
Yeah.
I think, to make it easier on people. Like, oh, there's
Yeah.
an actual Chinatown.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause you never see it in the movie until the end.
No, you don't. I'm like, where is this damn scene?
But yeah, that's all I got. Juan, it's all yours.
All right. So I love this movie for many reasons. I didn't find out about this movie until I got older. And I think one of the reasons why I really like it is because I really thought it was about Chinatown. And then and I saw it, and like
Really?
Richard said, it's a metaphor, and I had to kind of look it up. Um, And then if you look at some of the older movies or even shows that depict the early 1900s, early 2000s, or 1900 to 1800s, sorry,
I was
they
like,
always
99?
look at no, the 1800s, early 1900s. They depict Chinatown as this lawless place
Mm,
where corruption goes. It'll come into my head. There's a famous show about a Chinese immigrant. I'm deviating a little bit, but it's a Chinese immigrant that goes to San Francisco, Chinatown, and it's like 7 series. It's really good. Bring that up later. But anyways, Chinatown, love this movie. I always recommend it. And it goes back with my theme of choosing movies that have to do with LA. And this one has to do more with the San Fernando Valley, for those
yeah.
that know the San Fernando Valley.
I
So,
do not.
scene stealer. Is there a character or scene that captivated you? For me, it wasn't well, I guess you could say it's a character. It was the San Fernando Valley. Um, Scene, and
Oh,
the movie's loosely based on true events. You know,
mhm,
the valley was just farmland. It wasn't part of the city. They needed water to grow the valley to then incorporate it into the city. And
mhm.
so seeing scenes of the movie, obviously that wasn't the actual valley, but that that what that's what the valley looked like. Just empty farmland. Well, I don't want to say empty, but it was mostly farmland. It's crazy considering how there's over a million people in the valley now.
Yeah.
For me, I guess it would be the time of the movie. Everybody wearing fancy suits and all that
Yeah.
stuff. That stole it for me. I mean, they're nice. The butlers, and then sleeping with those nice PJs. I mean, who does that anymore? That did it for me. And then, of course, the infamous cigarettes in the case, open it up, all fancy. That's what did it for me is that time frame of all that stuff. It's pretty cool. We don't do that anymore. But anyway, they did a good job. Very nice suits.
Yeah.
I
No,
liked it.
I agree with you. I agree with that. I think the time frame, the cars, the
Yeah, the
suits,
cars too. Yeah.
yeah, everything.
Yeah.
I think that stole everything. To me, I was just in awe of like everything that was just how it was the costumes, everything was just done really well. Even the farmland and then just how everybody talked and just how, like, even shocked me when he was, like, at that, some office, and then he heard noises at the door, and he opens it, and then there's people hand drawing the the sign on the front, I was like, "Oh, yeah, everything's, like,
Yeah.
manually done, everything." So I think that,
Everything. Yeah.
everything was just that was the whole scene still, like, the whole movie just was eye-catching. So, yes.
Now, do you have what's your most quotable line or best line of the movie? For me, it was when the Faye Dunaway was first introduced and going into um, the character Jake's this, and she's entering with her attorney, and they're having a discussion about her suing him. And then he says something about not getting rude or nasty. I forgot exactly what he said, but her response was, I don't get tough with anyone. my attorney does. Oh, that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like a simple like I don't get my hands dirty. My attorney does that for me.
That's funny. For me, it was the scene after he got his nose cut, and then Faye Dunaway was asking him, was like, "Does it hurt?" And he's like, "Only when I breathe." I was like, "Hey."
That was a good line because
Yeah.
yes, duh.
Yeah. Obviously. Oh,
For me, yeah, that was good actually. That's a good one. But I like how Jack said, I make an honest living. That was a good quote. The way he said it. I don't lie. I don't do anything. I make an honest living.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that
he
part,
does. Thought that
especially
was
when
really
he
good.
was telling the banker, "I don't take people out of their house." And just as a reminder, the movie takes place in the early 1930s. And
Right.
that's during the Great Depression.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good.
Is there a line that was just so bad or worse line that you were like, "Oh man, this is so cringe or awkward"? Um, I don't. For me, no. I thought the way that people spoke was different. Again, this is a movie from the 19 that's based in the 1930s, and you got some of the cliches like the Jack slapping her and her coming into her senses after getting slapped. But no, I didn't think there was any like word weird, worst line, bad line.
For me, I would have to say was that before she got smacked, because she was like, "Well, uh, she's my." What was it? The first time she said she's my sister, or was it
Uh-huh.
my? Yeah, yeah. And then he's
Yeah.
like, "You're lying. We know that's not true." And then she's like, "Ah, it's my daughter." Then he's like, "What? You're just making up stuff. It's my sister and my daughter." And then he smacks her. To me, was like, "What?" I I guess maybe that's where like that trope of like that nonsense like that started, and now it's just cliche in it, like, movies, like, they make fun of that, but, and I'm just so used to watching it now that it's kinda corny, but that was just my
Well, if you look from her perspective, she was conflicted of like, do I tell them? Do I not? That it is both
yeah.
my sister and my daughter.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Uh,
So that being said, I do agree that was kind of a cheesy line about her saying that, but it evened it out. Moving forward to one of my favorite scenes is her getting slapped. That was actually not, it was actually pretty well done considering that was cheesy. So that was one of jumping ahead of time. That was one of my favorite scenes is her saying that she was sister, like my daughter. So anyway, yeah. So I have to agree with you. It's not one of my favorite lines, but at the same time, it's one of my favorite scenes. The way it was done.
We can jump into favorite scenes because my favorite scene was forgot the name of the female character. I just know her as Faye. I forgot the name, her actual name in the movie. But when Faye and Jake escape the senior home, and
her name's
she's
Evelyn.
get in the car, he's fighting the. I think it was only one guy or two guys. I can't remember. And she drives up, picks him up, and then he's driving away, and the guy's shooting at her. I thought that was pretty cool. And by the way, Jack is just holding on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Her name is Evelyn in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah. For me, my favorite scene is the I gotta say it's just the way Jack a asks questions, and then Evelyn's like, "You don't ask questions without a purpose or a reason," She's always questioning his questions, always calling it out, so to me, that was like those were my favorite scenes when she's like, "Why are you asking that question? Really, like, tell me," It's like, There's a purpose to your question. What is the purpose?" Like, she was always, she knows him so well, and, he's always, like, trying
yeah.
to be nonchalant, asking questions, and then he uses those questions and then he investigates, like he went through a whole side story of going to the orange farm area, gets beat up, all that just to investigate this little clue that he found, you know. So, I think that any scene where, Evelyn's questioning his question, I thought was done really well. So I think those were my
Well, speaking of that questioning stuff, aside from that one scene with the slapping around, another scene was, I don't remember if it was at the beginning of the movie, but Jack was telling her that you're hiding something. This is when after they're waiting for the valet to show up for the car. And I can't remember the whole scene, but yeah, just one of my favorites. That he was just all calm and everything, just telling her, you're hiding something, and then she just takes off. I just like how he's all cool and everything, and
yeah.
he knows what's up. So that was two favorite.
Jumping into, is there a plot hole in the movie? For me, it was at the end when Jake is telling Evelyn to meet him at Chinatown. But then he gets arrested and then he gets taken and takes everyone to Chinatown. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you taking everyone that wants, and especially,
Mhm.
I think he confronted the father and he was like, yeah, I'm going to Chinatown. I'm like, why? Why? That didn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true. Like, that's where he wanted everybody to meet up.
Yeah, I was like, that didn't make sense to me. He's trying to evade or protect Evelyn and deflected the cops away from her and to him, and yet takes everyone to
Yeah.
Chinatown.
Does this go back with the whole metaphor thing? Is that I was confused too? About Chinatown.
No, I think
So
they were trying to just incorporate the title to the movie with the metaphor. Like,
I mean, the end of that scene is what made sense. This is
yeah,
Chinatown, where it's
all the bad
no
guys
matter
won.
how,
Mhm.
yeah, no matter how much you try to change it, it is what it is. Type of That's the easiest way I can explain it. No matter how good it is or you try to be, it's not going to change.
Yeah. For me, the plot hole was where he goes to that lady that called him, like around 2 in the morning, and or with somebody. He was like, "Come over to my house. I have some information for you." And he's like, "Call my office. Call my office." But then he goes in the morning to that address, and then he finds a dead body. That was like the real person that called him and actually hired him. But then there's that scene where he goes to the bathroom, all the lights are off, and then he's just checking out, and then randomly, there's 2 guys just, like, turn on the flashlight, like, "Well, why are they in the dark in the bathroom?" Like, "What?" And they're like, I forgot what they asked them, but I was just like, "That was so weird, like, what? How long were they in this the bathroom for?" Like, in the dark, like,
Oh, yes. I kind of questioned that too, but see, the way I interpreted it was that they were detectives uh, checking up on I don't know, maybe a call. And so they heard something and they went into the bathroom to hide to see who it was.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how I took it.
Okay. These guys just hanging out in the dark, like,
yeah, that's kind of the same thing with me. I have to agree with that. That made no sense for me, and that's something added to for me for a deleted scene needed. I needed to know this a little more detail how all that stuff happened from, like you said,
yeah, the
him knew
conflict.
that 2 in the morning, and then all of a sudden the next day, and I'm like, what? Wait, what now? So, yeah, that was a combination of both for me. Plot hole and a deleted scene needed more
Yeah.
details, please.
But, all right. What about deleted scenes? Um, for me, it's Jake's time in Chinatown. And like how Richard was saying, there's a lot of boats in this movie that were used and still are used. One of them is as little as possible. So when
Yeah.
he was asked, like, "Oh, what did you do in Chinatown?" As little as possible, and it meant more of you didn't know who you were helping. Were you helping the
Yeah.
Chinese mafia, or were you helping the good person, the bad person? Were you helping the corrupt cops? And so the easiest way to deal with that was just to do as little as possible to not get in trouble or also to be included in the corruption.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
I wish
Well,
they
like I
had
said,
a little more. Sorry. So I wish they had a little bit more of the included a little time of like, what did he actually do?
right. No, I
Yeah,
agree.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a detective, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, like I said earlier, deleted scene needed. That was one of them. And for me, also, it would have been nice to have a little bit more scene of when she goes to see her sister, daughter, all that stuff. For me, it would have been nice to see more of that actual scene. Maybe I would have put things two and two together instead of just being kind of keep it hanging. But that's for me. That's something personal. I would have preferred to have seen that better. Gotten at least get a better idea of her character to see what's
But
going on.
you're looking at it through Jack's perspective, so he doesn't know.
No,
So
I know.
therefore, you
That's when you
won't
told
know.
me that. Yeah.
So,
So it changes everything. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I like that though,
Yeah.
because then you're not like, "Oh, come on, bro! Like you didn't know that was gonna happen." Like you don't know. You're like,
Yeah.
ah,
You don't know, right?
you
Yeah.
know.
No, that makes sense. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
I just for me deleted scenes like it was tough. Like that whole farm scene where he goes to the farm, gets beat up. I would remove all that because it made no. It
Right.
didn't lead to anything. He drove to the farm to the oranges. He got chased by that guy in the horse. His car got shot up, and then and then he gets beat up and gets knocked out, and then his you know, they what's her name comes and picks him up. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
My understanding of that scene was that he needed to go see who, like, the land was already sold. It
Mm,
already had the owners, which was the retirees at the retirement home. And so he wanted to see how is it that these pieces of land have already been bought by someone when it's just farm. So my understanding was he wanted to go and confirm, is it farm or is it being transformed into
Right.
something residential?
yeah,
Right.
but he didn't even stop to talk to those guys. He was just like, "Arr," just ran away, and then he got chased. Like, yeah, that's like.
Well, you got to remember that at the beginning of the movie, there was a lot of farmers complaining to City Hall about their crops dying because they don't have water. So it made it seem like if you go to the valley, there everyone's like, be careful, like you're not allowed to go there.
Yeah. Okay. Mm, mm.
Okay. I
And
understand.
the ranch owner even said, we don't know who you are. We don't want outside people screwing up our land. Would you survive the movie? I
Nope.
would say no. So again, this movie was made in the 1930s. You got to
Prove
remember that
yourself, bro.
so this movie was made in the 1930s or took place in the 1930s. It was the beginning of the Great Depression.
Yeah, that's right.
And again, well, and during this time, the President Hoover, I think it was, blame immigrants, of course, of the why the economy was tanking, and the U.S. government started a program called the Mexican Repatriation, where they basically deported up to, I think it was close to 2 million people,
Wow. I didn't
and
know that.
400,000 were from LA alone. And
Wow.
there's no
Wow.
like hard numbers to really know how many people, but out of that 400,000 from LA, they believe about 40 to 60 were actual U.S. citizens. They were just Latinos.
Mm.
So more than likely, you would be deported even if you were a U.S. citizen, which is kind of what's happening right now.
As I say, it sounds familiar. Sounds very
Yeah.
Sounds
familiar.
familiar. Yeah.
So I
Sounds
know I'm not
familiar.
survived then and now.
Right? Got him on
Oh,
good.
yeah.
He already answered the question for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That's for us now, all of us. Yes. Next.
All right. So we all agree.
That's so interesting. Deal.
What about the vibe of the movie? What was your feeling or the emotion of the movie? For me, I think it portrayed what it needed to portray, which was now again, this was made in the 1970s, and so it was a throwback to the 1930s. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was true. Well, I mean, from the little that I know, it's true to what was going on at that time in Los Angeles, especially in the 1930s. There's a big Latino community, but the only Latino was the lieutenant. So, hey, at least he was lieutenant.
Yeah, that's something. That's good. Yeah.
It's something.
Something. Yeah. Yeah. No, the vibe was there for me too. It was good. Now that my brother cleared up that it was the different point of view, I'll have to rewatch it again and see that, and I'm sure it would make a lot more sense. But yeah, it was there for me too. That whole vibe and everything. Yep.
And
Oh,
I was just going to say that I think this is like my fifth time seeing this movie.
holy
And
cow!
well, and this is like the fifth time in like the last 15, 20 years. Well, 15 years. I'm
Still,
not
well,
counting.
that's
But it makes a little more sense every single time that I watch.
yeah, yeah. Sure.
For me, the vibe was there. It was a little slow pace for me, but in the new generation of we need fast moving, keep my attention.
Yeah, I know.
I was a little slow, but yeah, but it got to the point, and I love the build up, and I like the ending, how just how it ended. And then I'll go over more of the ending once we go talk about if there was like
Yes,
like
yes, yes,
surprises or what was it the favorite scene stuff like that. But
yes, yes.
yeah, the Bible's there.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with you. Like, it may seem a little slow compared to today's standards. I just saw The Devil Wears Prada 2, and it moved fast. I was like, oh my God, it's like moving like like a TikTok video, like boom, boom, next scene, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And I get it. You have to move fast to keep especially the younger generation more engaged into the movie, but I thought it moved too fast.
I'll have
So,
to ask Amanda.
so was that worth watching that movie? You know what you talking about?
I mean, if you like the first movie, it's fine. Yeah, yes, but if you didn't see the first one or if you didn't enjoy the first one,
Okay, good to know.
Haven't seen it.
all right. So for the cast of Chinatown, would you recast anyone, any specific character? For me, no, but I think everyone did great. I also don't know that many characters or actors from the 1970s. I can't really say who I would
Yeah.
replace them with. Um, and I don't know if actors today would make if they would do it justice to this movie. Again, like it's a
Yeah.
different time. Yeah, I don't know. I would say no. No, no one.
I would say
Yeah.
recast the daughter slash sister. She didn't do anything. She was just in the bed crying. Like she didn't make me feel anything. Yeah, I was like, okay. And
Well,
then
yeah,
she
her
was
dad
like,
died.
and then when the old man takes her at the end, she's still like, oh, let's do it. Like, you're
Her
like,
mom just got shot in the eye.
I guess she didn't make me feel like anything.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Everyone got shot in the eye. That's funny.
There's those actors
It's
that
not
can take
funny, but
2
yes, not a
seconds and they can become a superstar. Like Terry Crews, he was just standing in the background on Training Days, and look at him. She could have been like that, but she didn't do it. All right.
That's funny actually. I kind of wasn't agree with you on that one, but I kind of went back to the. Well, I didn't know there was a cameo with the Asian butler and the maid. I would say replace them because they seem like very good actors and actresses, and they didn't have enough in that movie. I think to fulfill, their excellent, uh, what do you want to call it, the acting. So I think I would just replace them since they weren't really in it that much. But they did a good job. But yeah, that's probably the only thing I would replace. Second would be yes, the daughter slash sister. But yes, they get shot in the eye. That being said, let's talk about the ending. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it'll go with the one of the last questions, which is, was there a scene or part of the story that just didn't make any sense? I kind of go back to what I said earlier about the whole like the ending. Like, I'm still confused as to why Jake told everyone to go back to Chinatown when Evelyn was going to be there,
Yeah.
and that just made zero sense. And also the fact that the cops just let this guy take a 15-year-old girl away and didn't stop him. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Hey, that's what happens when you have money.
I guess Chinatown. It's Chinatown.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said too. I guess anything goes on in Chinatown. Okay. Good to know. I was gonna ask you guys about that one. So, is that true?
Well, I like the ending. So it's because it's dark and it's not like what's her name? Evelyn didn't do anything bad. Like she would try to shoot her dad, like got at like close range, and she still missed. So like, so and then I don't know, was it the cops or was it his bad guys that shot Evelyn in the eye? I don't know, but or both of them, but they both
It was the cop.
the cop.
Oh, it was. Yeah, I was gonna ask you
Mhm.
guys that too. I didn't know. Couldn't figure that out.
Yeah.
So it was Jake's partner that tried shooting first, and then
Mhm.
Jake stopped him. But it was the other cop
Oh, okay.
that made the shot, and then you heard the
Yeah.
what's it called, the air horn.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that was my
So,
thing. I was just trying to figure out who a little bit. I wasn't clear what who was responsible. But I liked it. Aside from that, that was well done. The ending, the horn at the end, just very good. She's gone. So yeah, I wouldn't change that except for that what I just said earlier. So yeah. It's a good ending, good movie. I like the ending, yeah.
Is this movie overrated, underrated? For me, I would say that it's underrated, and just because it's an older movie, I don't think a lot of people know about this movie. It's a
yeah.
classic, but it's a classic if you like movies. But yeah, I don't see it get the love like getting released to the movie theaters again for one night only, or any type
Yeah.
of love
Right.
that of some of the older movies get. I would say it's underrated for the new generation.
Yeah, I'll have to go. I'll agree with you as well. Underrated. Obviously, I wouldn't know without you talking about this movie. I'll go also with Richard about the movie was a little slow starting. I'm like, am I watching another movie about water? What am I watching here? Another Aaron Brockovich, whatever. I'm like, oh, here we go. But turns out to be something completely different that I mean, way opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very underrated. I agree. It was very good. And thanks for the good choice. I'm glad I saw that. That was, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's really underrated, and I think the reason why is because it was competing with The Godfather 2, Part 2.
Yeah.
So that movie will always get hyped up, and I think that if it was another year, different year or different time, I think it would be up there with one of those top films. But it's just the unfortunate of competing with The Godfather Part 2, which was the best one. So, but it was a little slow pace at the beginning. I love watching Jack Nicholson, a young Jack Nicholson. That boy was young. I was like, damn. But no, definitely underrated. Definitely people need to check it out. A lot of the now cliches come from that movie, so it's pretty funny to see the origin story of the cliches in movies. So it's pretty cool. Mhm.
Yep.
All right, so then would you cue it, dismiss it, throw it in the trash? I would definitely cue it and recommend it to everyone. I actually saw it, you guys know Philip partner, and this is what he told me. He liked the movie, enjoyed it. I mean, he's really picky with movies also. And we'll find out.
No, cue it,
Yep. Yep.
cue it.
Give it. Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. Give it a chance. Watch it. Give it a chance. And like I said, I'll rewatch it again knowing about the whole point of view thing too. So it's rewatchable too. So
Yeah.
definitely have to rewatch it and have that mentality. So definitely give it a chance. Watch it.
And earlier I was talking about the show that takes place in the 1800s, early 1900s, San Francisco, Chinatown. It's called Warrior. So it's a TV series. It's on Netflix. I think it has like 4 or 5 seasons. I can't remember. But it's a really good show. And it also talks about like the corruption and everything that goes down in Chinatown. So I think during that time, a lot, the West was growing. So a lot of immigrants were coming from China to build the railroads and do a lot of the what's called manual labor. So the Chinatowns were growing in a lot of the bigger cities.
Good to
That's
know.
true.
Warriors. All right, I'll check it out.
It's a really good show. I loved it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you, Mr. Juan. It is my choice of a movie. And I already told Juan what movie I'm choosing. Because he's all about the LA, California scene. Wow. All right. You ready? Are you ready, bro? It is Encino Man. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Let me know. The comedy, just FYI.
Oh my gosh, you're making me watch that movie. Wow.
Just to let you know, Rotten Tomatoes has it at 17% under for the critics' reviews and 56 for audience. So we'll watch it.
LA, baby.
Oh my
LA.
gosh. Wow. That movie hit me that
Don't hate me
much.
too
Okay.
much. Don't hate me too much. It's gonna be great. And with that, take care, guys. Good night.